Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of EvanTubeHD. And as promised last week, I told you guys we were going to be doing a behind the scenes video of one of our LEGO videos, and here we are. Evan is about to build the Ewok Village. We just finished the Mandalorian Speeder, which is sitting over here on the table, right there. That video should be out probably in the next day or two, if not sooner. Alright, so here we are. This is our little studio for right now, also known as our living room. We're using a 2-light setup. We've got a light back here and also one key light up here in front, and these are 250 watt halogen bulbs. They get really hot, and that's why we're changing those out to LEDs. Yes, Evan?
On the Mandalorian video that we did, we actually said this would be after the Mandalorian. And on this video, you said Mandalorian would be after this. The Mandalorian is going to be before this set.
No. This video, the raw behind the scenes video, will be out before the Mandalorian video.
Oh.
And then the Mandalorian video will be out on EvanTubeHD, and then the Ewok set will be out on EvanTubeHD. Alright, so yeah, glad we cleared that up. So over here we have a little reflector. We could use a third light as a fill light, but it's just as easy to use a little reflector here. But we are going to be changing these halogen lights out for some LED lights, which should be a lot cooler. So hopefully those work out okay. Alright, so we're going to get set up here. Evan's right here on the table. He's got the set out. So why don't we go ahead and put the set where we usually put it at the beginning of our videos, which is off to the side.
This is what we do every single time before the video starts. This is what we do.
Yeah, so this is kind of big. This one's kind of big, so we're gonna put it. This one, how many pieces is this set?
1,990 pieces.
1,990, so almost 2,000 pieces for this set.
More.
Yeah, so over here.
So we put that aside, and then I put my mic on, and then just.
Yeah. So if you guys are wondering what the little black thing is on Evan's shirt on all our videos, it's this little guy right here. It's called a Lavalier Microphone, and you just clip it on, and this one is wireless, so it goes down this wire here into this little transmitter, which we clip onto the back of Evan's pants, or we can just put it on the floor sometimes. What that does is it sends a sound from this antenna all the way over to the camera, which is sitting over here, right there to that, which is the receiver, and the receiver sends a sound right into the camera, which is sitting right here. And this camera that we're using is the Panasonic HMC 150, and we're thinking about upgrading this camera. I'm actually shooting this video on the same camera. We have 2 of them, and later on when we do the stop motion video, we use these cameras over here, which is the Canon 5D Mark II. And I'll show you guys a little bit about how we do the stop motions when we get to that part. So first, Evan's gonna talk about the packaging and all that good stuff, like you guys know, and then we're gonna get into the time-lapse build. So let's get Evan all wired up here. Alright, so Evan's all mic'd up here. See, we see the microphone right there. Hey, you got a little hair on your arm. Evan's got one of Mommy Tube's hairs on him. And Evan's ready to go. We got the set over here to the left, right off of the camera view. I'm gonna move the camera over to the side so you can see another angle. Alright?
This is Evan from EvanTubeHD. And today we're going to be showing you guys the LEGO Star Wars Ewok Village.
Alright guys, so we just finished unboxing the Ewok Village. Here it is. Here are all the pieces. So we're gonna go ahead and arrange the bags. There are, how many bags are there? There's 11 numbers, but there's a little more because there were a few number 10s and number 8s and number 9s. and a few bags that didn't have any numbers on them at all. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to set up our time lapse. Forgot to mention, you guys don't need to use a wireless microphone if you don't have one. We use the Sennheiser G3 system. But if you don't have that, or if it's not in your budget, don't worry about it. You don't need it. You can use a wired microphone, or you can also use what we have over there, which is a shotgun microphone, and that just goes on the camera. And most cameras have a microphone, as you probably know, and for the most part they do a pretty good job. The closer you get your microphone to the subject, the better it's going to be, and hopefully you don't have a lot of background noise, and that will help your audio quality as well. Alright, so if we're going to switch out this camera here, and let me show you how we do that. So we are just going to take off our main video camera. As you can see, we have a little birthday placemat that we have down here because we have this laminate covering on the table, and it kind of scratches up the table. So we have this Star Wars birthday placemat still here from Evan's birthday in December that we use. Alright, so now I'm sticking on the other camera. This is the Canon 5D Mark II with the 24-70 lens on it. And that is because we need sort of a wide angle when we do these time-lapse videos. So make sure we capture everything that Evan does on the table here. And we're also going to raise it up a little bit. You guys probably can't see that anymore because I just raised the camera up. So, alright, so there's the camera. I'm gonna get that set up. Alright, so we have our camera set up here. Here are my settings in case you technical folks want to know. We are shooting at a 1/60th of a second at f6.3 and ISO 1000, and we are using a custom white balance and shooting in RAW 2. If you guys don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It's just some technical stuff if people want to know. For these time-lapse videos, it's important to have a tripod, and it's important to lock the camera down so it doesn't move. If it moves, your time-lapse video is going to move a little bit, and that's not good. So you want to keep your camera as still as possible. If you don't have a fancy camera, that's okay. You can do this with any sort of camera. You just need to get some kind of timer. Yeah, Evan shoots a lot of stop motion stuff with his 3DS. It has a function in there. So if you have a 3DS, you can try doing some stop motion videos. Alright, so right here we have a timer. See if I can get that. It's kind of dark back here. Alright, so for our time-lapse videos, we use this little timer here. And what it does is it lets us set an interval for how many or how frequently the camera takes a shot. So for a big set like this, I think we're going to set it to take one shot every 30 seconds. So every minute, it's going to take 2 shots. For some of the smaller sets, we use maybe like 1 shot every 15 seconds. And it just depends on how long you think it's going to take to build the final video. You don't want to have a whole bunch of pictures, because then your time-lapse is going to be really long. So we try and keep them pretty short, just enough to show you guys how Evan built it. Alright, so that's set. 1 picture every 30 seconds. It's also important that you guys put this on manual focus, because you don't want your focus changing halfway through the video. And it's also important to keep your lights constant. You don't want light changing. So if you're going to do this in daylight and using the window light, make sure that you do it in a time of day that the light's not going to be changing all the time. Otherwise your images are going to get dark and bright and dark and bright. It's just going to be crazy. So try and control your light, and let's take a test image and give us a smile for the camera. There he goes, he's smiling, and we're going to take the picture. And there it is. Alright guys, so we have everything set up. Our camera's locked down. We have everything in place. And now all we have to do to start this time lapse is press this little button right here, and we are going to go. Alright, go for it. So this set is recommended for ages 12 and up, but as you know, we don't really follow the age recommendations on Lego. So if you guys are good builders, yeah, don't really pay attention to it. It just means there's a lot of pieces. A lot of them are usually pretty small. So if you're good with handling small pieces, don't let the age recommendation scare you away. If you want to build it, build it. So here on the timer we have 9 seconds. It's gonna count down and it's gonna take a picture right here. There we go. So it's just gonna keep taking pictures until Evan's finished building. And then what we do is we take all the pictures and we put them in the video editing program and we play them all together, and that's why it looks like Evan's moving super fast. As you can see, he's not moving very fast right now. He's moving at a normal kid pace. He's taking his time and enjoying building it. So here you have the pictures, and when you play them back fast, it looks like he's moving really fast, right? So that's sort of what we're doing here. Alright guys, so that was our little behind the scenes video today of our Lego build, our preview to the Ewok Village, which should be out hopefully sometime next week if we can finish it. And then stay tuned for more. I've got some stuff to show you here in our studio. Some sets and some other toys that we haven't got to yet, and I want to give you guys a look at those. So stay tuned for our next episode of EvanTube Raw. Alright guys, have a good weekend. See you guys later.